thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
We
It's a
really
pleasure.
appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
What's your name? Where are you from? And how long have you been coming to Graywell?
My name is Johnny B. Good. Yes, that is my real name. I'm not named after the Chuck Berry song. It just was a happy coincidence, I suppose. I came out to Utah 35 years ago from Virginia Beach, Virginia. So I guess I consider myself a Utahn at this point. And I've been going to Gray Whale for over 25 years. I know I had been to the shop that was up by the university a couple times, but I wasn't a regular until I lived in Draper briefly and went to the Draper store, which I believe was the CD exchange at the time.
Yeah,
So 25 years at least.
that's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
So generally, we ask the next question we ask is, what store do you claim as your own? A lot of currently it's because we only have the two stores. It's this one a lot for most people.
Right.
Do you have historically a store that you said Draper you shop at a lot?
Yeah, I think probably the one I'd call home would have been the Sandy store before they closed
Yeah.
down because I live really close to that. I used to go to the one on Redwood and 90th
Yeah,
some, and
yeah.
then I believe it was the manager there, M, went to Sandy, so I'd often go there too. But I feel like that was sort of the home for me,
Right.
and that was the shop that got me back into vinyl collecting.
Ooh,
Yes,
good crew out there to do that at the Sandy store. There was a lot of
absolutely.
vinyl heads there, and that was really at the beginning when vinyl started to come back so hard. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess that answers the next question. What do you come to Graywell for mostly? Is it vinyl that you are exclusively collecting?
These days, yes. I would say up until probably 2012, 2013, I was shopping for CDs. And I was actually at the Sandy store, and you guys had this really small record section. I mean, it was only a couple racks.
Yep.
I think I was just like, oh man, vinyl's still out there. I haven't, listened to an album in a while, and I didn't even have a turntable, but I found an album there. I actually bought it. Didn't even have a turntable. It was probably like a year later when I finally was able to play it. But it was an old album I'd been looking for a long time, and I was really stoked. And that sort of started the whole vinyl thing again.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Slippery slope.
I know. It's dangerous.
um, how would you describe what visiting Graywell is like to someone who's never been, and why should someone who's watching this visit Graywell?
Oh, what's it like? I don't know. It's always a good time for me. I mean, it's a bit nostalgic because growing up, I did listen to vinyl for so long, and then with the CDs, I slowly started getting rid of all that, and then you turn around this pack of CDs all the time. And once I started getting back into vinyl again, it was just a bit of nostalgia, and I would encourage people to come here because there's such a great selection, and the staff is amazing. You guys have made so many good recommendations for me on music. It's better than listening to Spotify or anything like that, where this you know uh, program is suggesting music for you. It's from people and talking to people about music, and like, hey, if you like this, you'll really like this.
Yeah.
So
We work hard to gain your trust that way because you can tell an algorithm that's full of shit, but it still pumps out the same stuff. You
yeah,
can tell
yeah,
me I'm full of shit, and I'll change and find something else for you.
absolutely.
Um, do you have any particular memories, experiences at Graywell that affected you positively that you want to share?
Oh, well, every experience here is, great. But I think I would go back to that story of finding that album for the first time back in 2012, and really starting that whole vinyl collection for me. And the album that I got was the first punk hardcore album I'd ever heard. It was in 1984. It was called Not So Quiet on the Western Front. It was a compilation of all these punk bands from the West Coast. I was out when I was 13, out in front of my house skateboarding, and the senior that lived down the street was like, "What kind of music do you listen to?" I was like, "I don't know, radio, whatever rock station's on." And he literally brought that over to me. He's like, "Take this home, and I want you to listen to this." And it changed me. Like, it was amazing. And that was the album I found at Sandy. Like, I haven't seen this since the '80s.
Wow.
And so I think for that, that was probably one of my favorite moments of Grey Whale.
That's an incredible memory.
Again, that sort of snowballed into this ginormous collection I have now. I won't say how many, but
you can say it. It's on camera. Everyone will know forever.
I know.
Yeah, we don't want people to track you down and try to take your records.
No. But yeah, I mean, I think that was probably one of my favorite moments was just finding that one record that I hadn't seen since I was like 13 years old.
Yeah, that record that rewired your brain.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's such a music people, music lovers, I have a very similar experience with. I had my friend's older brother and a cousin that was older, and took my Prince cassette tape out of my tape player and threw it in the canal and gave me a comp that had Faith No More and Legendary Pink Dots and stuff on it. And I was 13 years old and I went, what the hell is this? And it
Yeah,
changed the wiring of my brain. So I
exactly.
can see that what you're talking about too, that kick of nostalgia, that record, finding that record put you right back to being that kid again, skating around.
Funny little story about when I got that guy loaned me that record. At the time, all I had was one of those little plastic suitcase records, for kids. I just had a little speaker, and I also had a tape deck. It was one of those flat ones that had the buttons here and the microphone on a cord. And I was like, I gotta have this, and so that's how I recorded it. And as I was recording, my mom knocked on the door. She's like, "What are you doing in there?" And I was like, "Mom, I'm trying to record a record." And I had to start all over.
I would have left it in there.
I know.
That was a perfect mix of tracks with your mom
I
banging
know,
on
right?
the door. That's an amazing story. Thank you for sharing
Sure.
that. That really kind of one of the other questions we ask a lot is, have you ever found something here that's been a grail or on something you've been hunting for a long time? That seems like a very interesting thing because it's not necessarily just a grail, but something that was so important to you that you found. So that's very cool. So I mean, if there's anything else you want to share, we can add more.
That was a grail I wasn't expecting to find.
Yeah.
And that's happened several times. I think the big one for me was the Mars Volta box set that came out 5 years ago. And you guys scored one of those for me, and there was such a limited pressing. And again, I still thank you for getting that for me.
Absolutely.
Probably spent a little more than I needed to on a box of records, but
it's worth it. That thing's beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I pulled a couple strings to get that. I'm not gonna lie, that was a tough one.
Well,
and then later it was like, oh, we have a few left. And I was like, well, that's not what I needed to hear. So I didn't say that.
Okay.
I pulled strings.
Erase that.
Yeah. Edit. You have always been, one of our favorite people that shops here, and became friends with you. You're in a relationship with us. It's not just a customer; you're a friend.
Thank you.
One of the things that we love the most about what you've done with social media is you have a beautiful setup when you post records, and thanks Grail having this, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I don't really post a whole lot on social media, but as hard as it is, I try and get my cats to post with or pose with whatever new record I've scored here, and it's always fun just to post it. You guys enjoy it. I think,
we love
all
it.
My friends enjoy it too, so it's always fun to see you guys repost it on your stories.
Yeah,
it's made my cats famous.
Absolutely, they're beloved by us, and we always love seeing them pop up on the feed. It makes us so happy.
It's not easy to get those shots either.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Do you have? I mean, you mentioned Emma and working at the Sandy store. Is the impact of an employee you've talked about? Is there anything else you want to expand on with that at all? Is there anybody else that you've worked with, an experience? Is there anyone connected musically that you want to shout out maybe, or just that you enjoyed when you walked in the door and saw them? You were like, yes.
Yeah, certainly you and Zane have been
thank you.
A great influence. For instance, Baroness, you recommended them to me one time.
Yeah.
I'm just obsessed with them now. Emma, really had some great suggestions. I always enjoyed visiting with them when I went over. There was even a couple times where we competed for the same record that maybe you guys only got one copy of or something like that. And they were like, "Oh, if you don't get it, I'm getting it."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, sorry, I'm getting that."
Yeah, that's good. That's the answer I want to hear.
Yeah.
It's a dirty sales tactic. We didn't really want it. We just wanted you to have it.
Right.
I want to hand you these.
Okay.
Some of the local art. You're an artist too, in your spare time. You're not. I wouldn't. You're not a professional artist, as you've said, because you're not in it for the money. You're in it for making fun stuff.
Yep.
You showed us some art prints that you were making, and explain your process. It's wood block.
It's block printing. Use linoleum. You carve out all the space you don't want to print. You have to do everything in reverse. You roll the ink on it, and then you press it onto paper or card or whatever you're doing. I started doing it about 3 years ago just as a hobby. I needed something to do that wasn't a TV or a phone or anything digital. And it's been a great escape for me. So I got sort of obsessed one year with Shark Fest, and I did a couple shark block prints. which were really fun to do. And when I heard it was your 40th anniversary and you approached me about maybe doing a project, I decided to do the logo in the same style that I've done my other shark prints, which turned out really well. It was really fun to do. It's the first 2-color block print I did. So I had a separate block for the gray area and then another one for the black area. So I had to do these cards twice. And then since your membership card is called the Killer Whale card, I did this one for you to go with it, sort of a companion. Obviously all black and white. But it was just a fun thing to do. And I just... so happy that you invited me to be a part of the 40th anniversary and to do something like this for you guys.
It's something special for us because, you know, the amount of, it's easy to be transactional all the time and have, you know, sell records, and that's what we do and talk about music. But when we get to know you more as a friend, and, you know, the amount of creativity and talent that the people we know here have, it's so cool to have. I love the vehicle of being able to have this place to expose that stuff, or, you know, even if it's a one-off project that you just want to try. Like, I love being
Sure.
a place that's local and we can try this stuff.
Yeah.
So those are greeting cards technically, or thank you cards, whatever. They're cards.
Yep.
We will be selling them in the store. So people that watch this, I hope they see them in the store and they want to come in and grab them because they are amazing. And we love the look, touch, and feel of them. So thank you so much for making those for us.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
With that and your wonderful cat posts, where can we find you on social media?
I am only on Instagram. I'm at Goods in Utah.
Goods in Utah.
Yep.
Cool.
Come by, say hi, visit. I don't post a whole lot, but I certainly post when I have my records with my cat.
Oh, we love that.
I put my art on there quite often.
To me, that's the way to go. I want to see the cats, and then
Right.
especially if you start expanding. And you are actively selling some of your art at.
I've been doing the punk rock flea market for the last year or so. I've done 6 markets. We did one last month. I believe the next one's in April.
Okay.
So I'll have some of my artwork there as well.
Cool. And where is that usually at?
It moves around.
Okay.
It depends on the venue that they get. In the summer or warmer months, it's typically outside, and they'll have a bunch of bands and food trucks.
Cool.
It's a good time.
And they can find that people. They're on Instagram to advertise where they're going to be.
Yes,
right?
I think it's SLC Punk Rock Flea Market, something like that.
Cool.
It's
amazing.
Off the top of my head. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Just to thank you for being such a wonderful record store and suggesting all the music and just everything. Really, you guys have been so good to me, and thanks for letting me be part of the family.
Oh man, you are a part of the family. We appreciate you. This place doesn't exist without people like you. So, thank you kindly.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks.